Okay, ladies, I'm going to start reviewing for your final. Okay, I don't want to start another unit. And then we'll review it more when we come back from break. I'll have another one tomorrow. Okay, solve the equation. You got to solve for x. So, you make kind of a wall on whatever side of that equals x is on. So you got minus 3. So, I'll need plus 3. So I plus 3 to get rid of the minus 3, and then 16 plus 3 is 19. Okay, equals, make your line. And you have plus 6, so the opposite of plus 6 is minus 6. (12 minus 6 is going to be 6. Okay. Now, make your line. You just have one number on that side, but it's a times, okay? Well, the opposite of times negative 4 is to divide by negative 4, okay? So that means you underline it and put negative 4 there. Okay, then you cross those out, and then we take 24 divided by negative 4. Negative 6. Okay, 8 times x equals 32. So again, the operation's a dot, that means times, so we get rid of it with divide by 8. So 32 divided by 8 is 4. Okay, now the next one, you got more than one step, and I place that over there, okay? So, 2 times x minus 3 equals 11, so you circle, make your wall. Now I want you to circle also the times part of that. If you have more than one step, you want to circle the times step. So you get rid of the minus 3 first. So you're going to plus 3 first, plus 3. Then you get rid of the times 2 by divide by 2. So then carry out those. You plus 3, plus 3. So you got 2 times x. 11 plus 3 is 14. Then you divide by 2. And then 14 divided by 2 equals 7. Okay, same thing on this next part. Okay. Negative 6 times x plus 8 equals negative 16. So again, there's 2 steps because on the x side of the equation we have 2 numbers. So you want to circle the times part. So you get rid of the plus 8 first by minus 8. And you get rid of the times negative 6 with the divide by negative 6. So minus 8, minus 8. Now remember, you're going to take negative 16. If the first number is negative, you got to punch it in as negative 16, and then minus 8. So that's negative 24. And over on this side, we still got negative 6 times x. And then we divide by negative 6. Okay, so negative 24 divided by negative 6 is going to give me 4. Okay, number 7, 2x plus 4 plus negative 6x equals 20. Now look at step 1. You have 2 different x's. Are they on the same side or opposite sides of the equals? They're on the same side, okay? So if they're on the same side, you need to make a V and write plus because you're going to add those, okay? So when you're adding a 2 plus a negative 6, okay? Put x down, and then you just add 2 and negative 6. You got negative 4. Now we still have to add this 4 that didn't have x with it, and then 20. Okay. Now you want to put a multiplication whenever you get there. And now your 2 and 3 are the same as 1 and 2 up here. Okay. So you have a plus 4. You're going to get rid of that with a minus 4. And then the times negative 4, you divide by negative 4. Okay, 20 minus 4 is 16. Then over here you got negative 4 times x. And then divide by negative 4. That's going to give us our answer. So 16 divided by negative 4 is negative 4. There's the answer. Okay, we're going to do several more of those. Number 8, 4 times x, 4x plus 8 equals 2x plus 20. Are the x's on the same side or are they on opposite sides? This time they're on opposite sides, okay? So when they're on opposite sides, we don't do what we did here. Put an arrow on the x that's over on on that side. Now if it doesn't have a sign in front of it, you put a plus. You automatically put a positive. So we would need to minus the 2x to get rid of it, and then minus it over here from 4x. Okay, that's how you handle that. So I put x down. 4 minus 2 is 2. There's your dot. And then plus the 8 equals the 20. Okay. Now you're to where you want to be with the 2 and the 3. Okay. Circle the times, so you get rid of your plus 8 with a minus 8. And then you get rid of your times 2 with a divide by 2. So you minus 8, 20 minus 8 is 12, and then you have 2 times x. And you divide each side by your 2, and 12 divided by 2 is 6. Okay. Okay, number 9. 2x plus 3 equals negative 7x plus 21. Here's the equals. They're on opposite sides. So take the x over there. That's a minus 7x. So we get rid of it with a plus 7x. Okay. So you put x down. You put 9 in front of it, and that's your dot. And then plus the 3 equals the 21. So you got take out your plus 3 with a minus 3, and times 9 gets taken out with divide by 9. Okay, so I minus 3. So 21 minus 3 is 18, and you got 9 times x. You divide each side by your 9. 18 divided by 9 equals 2. Okay, number 10, 7x plus 4 plus 3x equals 34. Okay, so the equals is here. This time they're back to being on the same side. So on the same side you connect them and write plus. So you write x and you put times, then 7 plus 3 is 10. Then plus the 4 equals 34. Okay, so we got times 10 and plus 4. So we take out the plus 4 with a minus 4, and we get rid of the times 10 with a divide by 10. So minus 4, minus 4. 34 minus 4 is 30, and then 10 times x. Okay. Now divide by 10 and we'll have our answer. 30 divided by 10 is 3. Okay, now these are ratios, these are fractions. Now remember, you line up your equals and first circle the x part of the proportion diagonally, because x times 15 is going to be equal to 5 times 9. So you want to put 15 times x. You want to put the number before the x. And then you can either put 9 times 5 or 5 times 9. It doesn't matter. But with the x, you want the number before the x. So we can't figure out 15 times x. So that's going to stay 15 times x. And the other side, 9 times 5 is 45. So then I put 45 there. Then you just divide each side by 15. Okay? You don't have to add or subtract on these problems. 45 divided by 15 is 3. Okay, number 2, same thing. Go to your x first, and that's going to be 2 times x, okay? And then 10 times 3 or 3 times 10, doesn't matter, okay? So 2 times x, we can't figure that out, so that stays the same. But 10 times 3 is 30, okay? So you divide each side by 2, and 30 divided by 2 is 15, okay? Okay, find 20% of 80. Remember, the percent goes over 100% every time, okay? So you put 20% over 100% equals, and then this 80 lines up across from the 100, and we put x here. And now it's like the problems we just did before, okay? So we're going to take 100 times x, and then we're going to take 20 times 80. So the 100 times x just stays 100 times x. And then 20 times 80 gives me 1,600. And when we have multiplication, we divide by 100 to get rid of it, okay? So 1,600 divided by 100 is 16. Okay? So 16 is what 20% of 80 is. Okay, what percent of 25 is 20? Now you don't have it just says the word percent, so you put a 100% above it, okay? So you're going to put x over 100. Now, put the bigger number across from the 100, the smaller number on top above it, and then you solve it from there, okay? Put a percent on the 100. So x is with 25, so it's x times 25, and then 20 times 100. So 25 times x, and then 20 times 100. So we're going to keep that as 25 times x, because you can't multiply when you don't have what the x is. And then 20 times 100 is going to be 2,000. Okay, so then you get rid of the times 25 by dividing by 25. Okay. 80%. Okay, number 15. Convert 5 yards to feet. 3 feet equals 1 yard. Okay. So what you do is you put 3 feet over 1 yard. Put the labels on it. And over here the labels go the same way. So feet and yards. So it's 5 yards, and we don't know the feet. That's what we have to find. So it's the same stuff, okay? So 1 times x, and then 3 times 5, or 5 times 3. So 1 times x, we can't figure that out. 3 times 5 is 15. Okay, now you just divide each side then by your 1, and you have your answer. Okay, 15 divided by 1 is 15. When you divide a number by 1, it just ends up staying itself. 15 feet. Okay, then you got graphs. Okay. Graph the coordinates. Remember, this is x, this is y. So -3, 2. So -3 on x is here, 2 on y is there. -7, -4, so -7 on x is here, -4 on y is here. 0, 3. 0 on x is here, 3 on y is here. So it's just right there. 5, -2, so 5 on x is here, -2 is here. then 4 or 5. So 4 on X is here, 5 on Y is here. Okay, graph the function. Y equals 2 times X minus 3. So you make a table. And I would pick 2, 1, 0, negative 1, negative 2. So 2 times X minus 3, 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 2 times X minus 3. Okay, so we put a 2 in for X, 2 goes in for X, just put a 2 over it. And so we take 2 times 2 minus 3, I got 1, okay? So I have my first point, okay? So X is 2, Y is 1. So I go to 2 on X, 1 on Y. Okay, now 1, 2 times 1 minus 3. I got negative 1. Okay, so X is 1 and Y is negative 1. So 1 on X is here, negative 1 on Y is right there. Okay, then 0. Two times 0 minus 3, so negative 3. So 0, negative 3. So 0 on X is here, negative 3 on Y is here. Okay, 2 times negative 1 minus 3, I got negative 5. So negative 1, negative 5. So negative 1 on X is here, negative 5 on Y is here. Remember, this is X, this is Y. Okay, then finally, 2 times negative 2 minus 3, I got negative 7. So we put negative 2 for X, negative 7 for Y. So negative 2 for X, negative 7 for Y. Now those line up, so connect them. Okay, we're going to go over 3 story problems today. Find the next 3 numbers in the table. Okay, it forms a sequence. So remember how you do this. You take 330 minus 270, and while you're doing that, you take 9 minus 7. Then you're going to take 270 minus 150, and while I do that, I take 7 minus 3. Then I take 150 minus 60, and while I'm doing that, I take 3 minus 0. So 330 minus 270 is 60, and then 9 minus 7 is 2. Then we take 60 divided by 2, which is 30. Okay. Then 270 minus 150 is 120, and then 7 minus 3 is 4. Then you take 120 divided by 4, and that's 30. Now we better get 30 here. 150 minus 60 is 90. 3 minus 0 is 3. And we take 90 divided by 3, and that's 30. So I got 30 all the way through. So that means 30 is the rate of change. So 330 plus 30 is 360. 360 plus 30 is 390. 390 plus 30 is 420. Okay. Okay, I have $400. I will save $20 per month. After how many months will I have $500? Now first you're going to make a table. This is your time. Okay, now this is a little bit different than what you did last Friday. Remember, the time word goes here, month, and then dollars goes here. So 0, 1, 2. So you started with $400, and you're adding 20. So that's 420. Then I add 20 again, and 440. Okay, now you make your line, but you're not going to put equals Y, okay? Because you're going to end up not at Y, you're going to end up at 500. Okay. So you had 400. Then we're adding $20 every month, so 20 times X. Now, write that equation out. So 400 plus 20 times X equals 500. Now you need to solve for the X, okay? Hold on a second. Do not write it like that. Scribble that out. Scribble that out. Equals 500. Put the 20 times X first, and then the plus 400, so you don't get confused, okay? Because we want these two things, put the number with the times X first, then the number at the beginning second. You can put it in that order on addition, okay? All right, now, make a wall, make a line, and circle the times. So we need to minus 400, and then divide by 20. And we'll have our answer. 500 minus 400 is 100, and then we have 20 times X. Then we divide by each side by 20, and X equals 5. It's 5 months because it says how many months will it take to get $500. So 5 months. Okay, number 20, last problem. A watch normally costs $120, but there's a discount for 20% off. How much will I have to pay for the watch? Take what it costs, and a discount means you minus a dollar amount, but don't put equals yet. You got to find the dollar amount. So you put 100% under the 20%. Okay, so 20% over 100%. And then you put the cost, $120 right there with X above it. So we take 100 times X, and then we take 20 times 120, or 120 times 20. The order is irrelevant. So we can't figure out 100 times X, so it's 100 times X. Then you take 20 times 120, and that's 2,400. Okay, now you just have to divide each side by your 100. That's the only operation you have. That's going to give you 24. Now that's not your answer, because now you have to come up here. That's how much money's taken away. Okay, so 120 minus 24 is 96. So you're paying $96 for the watch.